Hello and welcome to Absolute 20 presents Commoners of Phandalin. Should we introduce ourselves?
Yes.
Why is it?
I was thinking, because everyone, I can't remember if everyone, because I can't see the stream right now, if everyone's names, we don't have nameplates. Okay, so yeah, let's start with Kaya. You just kind of introduce yourself real quick.
Let's go to the person in the middle.
Real life. Yeah, your real life self, not your character.
Yeah, yes. I am Kaya, and yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Wow.
Wow.
Engaging.
Okay, let's move over to Sky then.
Why me though? Okay, I'm Sky, and I will be. I don't know. I'm here to just vibe and have a good time.
No. I'm not good at the introduction of ourselves.
Hey.
What are you playing as?
Well,
why are you helping Sky but you didn't help me? That's crazy.
Yeah. Why are you helping me, and why didn't you help Kaya?
You hate to see it.
I know. It's like they all turned against each other real quick. You guys, you're supposed to be a team.
Indicative of the campaign.
It's gonna be
Guys,
the roughest
let's
team
dissolve
thing.
the group since we all hate each other now.
Right? I know.
Oh, I need to lower my camera just a wee bit. Yeah, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alucard. I use it pronouns.
Thank you. Somebody
You're
fucking
welcome.
learned.
Oh, I use she, her pronouns.
So
I
late.
use
And
Ethan.
oh yeah, that's Kaya. You guys should know my voice. Come on now. I literally spoke for 3 seconds.
You should know who I am.
Hi, I'm
alright,
Lost,
and
and I use he, him.
And then I'm just your humble dungeon master, Rogar the third. He, him as well. Yeah, I've just added. I made Rogar now the third.
Yeah, I'm like, where are these other Rokars coming in?
Because
More.
the first one died.
Mm-hmm.
The second one technically died. Now I'm on the third one.
Okay, fair.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, third time's I'm a DM, so I'm literally not gonna die now.
Okay. Well,
Watch us we rise up. And
if
kill
I
them.
have my way,
I don't think you're gonna run into Rogar.
kill you in real life.
Yeah, you hate to see it. But yeah, so let's get this party on a roll, I guess. So, our little commoners, that's what you all are, all live in a small town called Phandalin. To the outside world, Phandalin is a prosperous, safe, loving town. But on the inside, let's be real, shit's rough. People are executed on a daily. Not only that, people just randomly go missing. For this morning exactly, Elsa, the previous barmaid of Stonehill Inn, well, she was executed 3 days ago, and today's finally her funeral. So we're gonna move over to the house of Quinn, since she is harboring. That's a good word to use. Harboring some of our other players. So Quinn, you can go ahead and introduce your character.
Alrighty, I can definitely do that. So Quinn is a young changeling, presenting as female for the past few years. Her skin and hair are white, but not the pure, unpigmented white of a changeling that's not wearing a mask. In addition to that, she has her father's striking orange eyes and elf ears. She keeps her long hair shaved on one side, showing off her silver earrings that she never takes off, and she wears a simple brown dress with a white apron and an old shawl her mother knitted for her. She's pretty short, she's 5'1", and she has a slender body type, but her arms are toned from her job as a waitress. Serving up heavy tankards of ale and large platters of food with a wild smile is her specialty.
All right, and so how is Quinn feeling on this dreadful morning?
Quinn's feeling pretty shitty because Elsa was a fellow waitress and her gossip buddy, but she's feeling more fearful than sad, I'd say.
Cool. So, in one of the other rooms is our local alchemist or apothecary. I can never say the word, but
Apothecary?
there we go. Their name is Fjord. You can go ahead and introduce your character.
Fjord Nulladath is a 24-year-old non-binary water genasi. Unlike other water genasis whose hair just sort of like floats about, it's like perpetually drenched and beads of water just form about on it. They're relatively tall, about 6'1", very slender. Their clothing consists of like a noir color palette, just dark grays and blacks. Just a loose shirt and a vest over a skirt that goes down a little bit below their knees. Yeah, I don't know. How much do you want to know about Fjord?
I mean, that seems pretty good for right now. So, how's Fjord feeling on this day?
It's just another day for Fjord. They don't I'm so sorry about that. Let me just turn that down. Yeah, it's another day. They don't necessarily concern themselves with the problems of Phandalin, I guess I should say. Like, they try to distance themselves as far as possible, so it's another day.
A little bit of social distancing going on. All right.
As always. Forever.
All right, and then one of the other rooms is our local, not most favorite cleric. Well, priestess, we should say. Definitely not a cleric. Definitely a priestess. Del, you can go ahead and introduce your character.
Delthiris Krelane is a half-elf who unfortunately caused the raging fire of 491, in which we lost the church, an orchard, and several houses. The church trusted her to properly ensure that operations were closed properly. The church trusted her to ensure that operations were closed properly, and she forgot to blow out some candles. The wicks burned too low, and unfortunately the church caught fire. She tends to wear purples and whites with some gold, and she is generally very positive, very bright, but she also is not afraid to stand her ground.
Very interesting. And on this morning, how's Del feeling about this lifestyle that's going on?
She is furious. She doesn't feel that Elsa had done anything to warrant the loss of her life, and now the fact that she has to attend the funeral of someone who cared for her after she started to distance herself from her parents, she feels very hurt.
All right. So, out of you three, who's actually attending the funeral? Like, who's physically going to the funeral?
Quinn is going.
Dell is absolutely going.
Fjord?
Couldn't be Fjord. I'm sorry.
Quinn definitely would approach Fjord and be like, "So you're coming to Elsa's funeral, right?"
I have some work that needs to be done.
But my friend is dead.
Yeah. Sorry.
Dell, at this point, would also step in. It's a very heavy loss for all of us, and we would appreciate it if you would come, even if it's just for moral support.
I can't. Sorry. I really have to take care of my father. I have work that needs to be done.
I understand.
Hmm.
Damn. I love Deltheris. Sorry, that's out of character. I love Deltheris. Rip.
Yeah. Damn, you hate to see it, but it's happening.
Well, we'll place a flower for her from you.
You don't need to do that.
Quinn just
Wow.
looks stricken.
Oh my god.
Her
May I
favorite
ask
asshole.
All
Good.
right, so
not
oh,
have
go
to
ahead.
plant the flower, but I think that we still should, as a sign of good faith.
Wow. Well, the funeral will commence in roughly. You guys would have probably about 4 hours before it starts. It'll be held at the Shrine of Luck. That's because we don't have a temple anymore. But they do have a shrine at least. But across town, and I guess no, it is pretty much an empty house with just one person living in it. Is Osril, go ahead and introduce your character real quick for me.
Osriel stands 5'4". He looks very much like a commoner with a basic linen shirt that is often open, exposing his chest. He has blue hair and purple eyes, and a trimmed beard that's fairly full. His skin is covered in ash and cuts and burn marks from the glass that he works with every day. Around his neck sits a teardrop necklace that he crafted himself.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, everyone does know of Elsa's funeral. How's he feeling right now?
So, Osriel is feeling very melancholy, but I wouldn't call it super sad. It's become a daily occurrence, so he's pretty used to it.
All right, and I have to ask, are you also going to attend the funeral?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Unlike some other people I know.
Yeah, unlike one person in particular. I'm not gonna say any names. We don't have to because it's only one person.
Exactly.
Technically.
But I don't think we need to worry.
So, Ashwil, run us through a normal morning for you. Since you live by yourself, man, what do you do?
So I'm gonna get up and make some breakfast and splash some water on my face, try to get the ash off me a little bit. And then I'm going to make sure that all my tools are ready for heading to the shop.
All right. So, you guys technically, the people who are going to the funeral have about 4 hours, so we are going to jump over to Fjord. What is Fjord going to do today?
Just gonna stay. Right now, they're currently staying in a barren room with just some bedrolls for them and their father, and some alchemist supplies. So they're just gonna stay and work with their dad. Maybe go for a walk about town, but mostly just focus on work.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess since you said you're going to focus on work, I mean, we might as well knock out our first roll of, I wasn't say the season, but it's the season, first episode. This is the first everything, so you're going to go ahead and pop that real quick. Let's go ahead and roll a Alchemist Toolkit check.
I'm very sorry. I did have Summer's page open because that's the bookmark. Over.
Summer doesn't exist here.
I don't know who Summer is.
That was a person we all loved.
And left us to die.
Literally.
LOL.
Exactly.
Why isn't this ready? Please.
I I believe in you.
Yes,
I'm very sorry.
I believe in you
And
as
my
well.
computer's being very slow.
Oh, the suspense of this. Ooh, it better be
Had to
not
be
20.
me.
Right? At this point,
Better be a
it
nat
better
20.
be a nat
Woo!
20.
It almost
Oh,
was.
oh, close.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right. I dang, we all forgetting stuff because I moved your alchemist thingy to a different page. But yeah, you can pretty much. I'll go ahead. The 22. I mean, that's pretty super for a commoner. So I will allow you to craft one potion. Yeah, one potion. I'm not even gonna. Well, no, I will set a limit. Have to be rare and under. Actually, not to be common and under. Actually, no rare. Yeah, you got above the 20. You're a damn commoner. This is a rare occurrence.
Feeling good today, boys.
Nothing like a
that-
good funeral. The juice is flowing.
My dad is real proud of me right now. Is that any potion of my choosing that's rare and under?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and allow it. So yeah, we'll let you sit there and think for a while. When you're ready, just shoot a message in the Roll20 or the Discord.
Shout it.
Yeah, shout it out.
Interrupt you all.
Yeah, just be extra rude. Just be like, "Hey guys, it's my turn." I'm like, "Oh,
My
shit."
Potion
turn.
of finding.
This is what I made.
All right, so yes, we're gonna go ahead and time skip. Actually, I mean, is there anything that anyone wants to do before we time skip?
I would love to check on my mom.
Okay.
I'll go with her for moral support.
Aw. You guys, this is such a warming couple. I mean, friends. Shouldn't use the word couple. Couple
Not
of
couple
friends.
at all. Yeah, a couple of pals.
Yeah. In this case, like literally.
Yeah, literally. My heart only belongs to one person.
Yes.
Not
And I'm
me.
assuming your mother does live in the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, you can go ahead and introduce your mom real quick though.
Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy how prepared I am to do that. Let's see. My mother is a changeling who presents as a half elf with dark brown skin and black hair. She has a very somber look on her face at all times, and she has been getting thinner since my dad died slowly, due to having to be reminded / forced to eat. Doesn't speak much or go outside. Just real sad girl hours in here. Yeah, she has lucid moments sometimes, but Quinn just likes to talk to her.
All right. Pretty sure. Did you say your mom's name?
Wix.
Wix.
I don't know if I
okay.
said it or not.
I was like, listening. I was like, I don't remember her name, so I was like, maybe if I hear it, I'll remember.
It's in the cheat sheets though.
Yeah, I see it right here. Yeah, so let me just roll something real quick. Let's see how good your mom's doing today. Yeah, your mom's currently out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like-
she's asleep, not out and about, but
I was like,
Like really,
Knocked
really
out.
just fucking out of it.
yeah, I was like, is she on drugs? Like, I get it.
So no,
She's sleeping.
she has not woken up yet.
So she probably hasn't eaten today, so I'm gonna try to cook her.
All right. I'm sure with a couple pushes, your mother would finally awaken. I don't really know a lot about your mom. This is awkward. We
Not
skipped
much
this
to
part. I'm just gonna give her a voice then.
Do it.
Oh, I was waiting for you. You're waking her up.
Oh, true. Mother, you need to eat. Please.
Queen, is that you?
Yeah. She called me Quinn, not Queen.
Yes,
Queen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Queen.
I'm so proud of you. No, she's a Quinn. She's a Quinn.
Of course it's me. It's pretty much always me.
Honey, move a little bit closer. I can't see your face.
But, all right. Is your eyesight okay? You're having weird again, but it's fine. And she'll move closer so she can hear.
Quinn, have you moved closer? Yeah, I can't see you.
I moved closer. I'm right here.
Your mom slips back into unconsciousness.
Del
I look at Del.
and attempt to wake her up. Wix, it's time to wake up.
Quinn, is that you?
No, it's Quinn's friend, Del.
Where's Quinn? Where's my sweet Quinn?
I'm right
She's
here.
in the
Mom.
room. There's no need to worry, Wix.
I'm right next to Del, standing right here. Hello. And then she like waves her hands.
I can't see either of you.
Oh. Is
Oh.
she
Are you? Have you?
Either one of you can give me a let's say a medicine check. We're gonna call it DC 18. Because you are
Yikes,
commoners.
Yikes.
I guess I'll do it. It's my mom.
You could, one of you can give each other the help action.
Oh, shit.
But neither of us are up. I got
Oh.
a 14. But
14.
if Del will help me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Del, you can lend assistance for this.
I'm absolutely going to. Do I roll medicine as well, or?
Oh,
Oh
no.
no,
You
Quinn
give
would handle
me
it.
advantage, but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because I got a 3.
Quinn, you're not quite sure. You do remember that you do have a local alchemist living in your house. Maybe they have some sort of remedy for this?
Would-
Mom, I'll go get Fjord. Fjord will help. You know
Would you
how
like me
Fjord
to
likes
stay
to
with
help.
her?
Okay.
Yes, Stella.
All right.
And I'll run and barge into Fjord's room.
Alright, so yeah, you barge into Fjord's room. Fjord is currently crafting a potion of clairvoyance.
Fjord is on their knees on the ground, crafting potions.
I'm sure this is the usual sight for me. Fjord!
You could knock.
It's
next time.
important. It's important. My mom is acting like she can't see, and yeah, that's it.
Fjord kind of gets like a quizzical look on their face, like, and then they're like, "That's not my problem. That's not my problem."
Cold-blooded.
Can you help?
Well, if she's acting like it, then that's sounds like a her problem. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if she can see or not. I need you to check. Ravnus?
Oh yes. Fjord, you can go ahead and introduce your father.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Fjord's dad is a older Triton, roughly around his mid-60s. He grew up in Midtarn and then moved to Icelanddale with his lover, where they had Fjord. He's, I wouldn't say feeble, but he's a little bit on the, shaky, rickety side. He was the one who primarily taught Fjord about, not involving yourself in other people's business, trying to stay away from everyone. He's also an alchemist. He taught everything Fjord knows about alchemy. Appearance-wise, I'm so sorry. He has sort of this voluminous. What was the color hair I gave him? I totally forgot. This bitch, I don't know this bitch.
Don't know your own father. Don't know your own father.
I don't know my own father.
Blue, it says.
Yeah, it's like a deep blue, and he's colored like a cyan, and his clothes are, they kind of cover everything that's very Tritonish about him. Like, he has gills on his neck, but that's covered. The only thing that's really noticeable is the finned ears that stick out from Father's Day. That stick out from beneath his hair. Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm so sorry. Please leave me alone.
Best holiday. Calling it now.
So, Quinn, were you calling out to him?
Yes, I was.
I don't know how old I can get my voice, but yes, Quinn. That was not old.
It sounded good.
I liked it. I like that.
It sounded gravelly, but also a little loud.
Hey, that's a first for me.
My mom, Wix, she
Mhm.
lives in, the other room. That in the house you also live in. Something's wrong with her eyes, maybe? Can you please come look at her?
Quinn, I'm sorry. Me and Fewer have a lot of work to do. A lot of potions to brew for the town.
Well, we are part of the town, and we are requiring assistance. Please, just please. She's just gonna start shifting back and forth really fast on her feet, like, please.
Okay, Fewer, please go please go take a second to check on her mother for me. And I know it will deter from time, but this is also messing up time.
Thank you.
Yeah, alright. Fjord will stand up and sort of brush off their skirt and follow Quinn.
Alright, so yeah, y'all head back into Wix's room, where Dell is just chilling over, making sure her mom doesn't die.
She's been stable. She's fallen back to sleep a couple of times, but I have managed to wake her back up. She is currently awake. Fjord, would you please take a look?
What do I
It's
do
true.
for
If you are gonna take a look. I wasn't sure with you.
this?
Pretend.
Yeah.
You can tell that Fjord definitely does not want to, but they'll reluctantly go over.
All right. So go ahead. You can actually give me a medicine check with advantage.
Yikes. This is really going to talk about my mom.
Yeah, Fjord, you're not quite sure, this is something you haven't encountered before, and it might just be out of your expertise, but currently your father doesn't have the strength to make it here and be able to treat this. So I'm gonna leave it up to you to how you're gonna deliver this news.
Like shifts a little uncomfortably. They're like, I don't know what's wrong with her.
Well, do you think it's serious, or is it probably like mostly fine?
You would have no insight on this.
I literally just said I have no idea.
Fjord, it's my mom. Don't get mad at me.
Quinn, please, calm down.
It's my
try their best. Quinn, I understand that this is your mother, and I understand that she means a lot to you. But please, calm down. Fjord tried their best. They could not discern what was wrong with her. Please try to understand.
Why is everyone shouting?
Mom, can you just look at me?
I really need to go.
Understood, Fjord. Thank you for your help.
Fjord's just gonna very quickly.
All right. Your mother is going to look. Oh yeah, she looks in your direction.
Can you see it?
Come a little closer, child.
My face is I'm gonna put my face my nose a centimeter away from her nose, like this.
Yes,
you're like this.
I think I can see you now. As you gaze into her eyes, you've noticed that some of the color has actually left her irises at this point. That's all you're getting with that 14 medicine check.
Mom, did you change your mask to have a different eye color?
She pauses for a second, and you can tell that she's thinking, and just within those seconds, she slips back into unconsciousness.
Please, wake up.
Well, maybe if we let her rest, it'll fix it. Quinn looks very shaken, but she takes a deep breath and says, she'll be fine soon. Definitely by tomorrow, she'll be fine.
I'm sure of it.
And she'll kind of stiffly walk out of the room.
Del's gonna hang back for a second and wake her back up. Wix, I do apologize for waking you again, but I do need an answer to this question.
Yes, Quinn, what is it?
It's Del. Did you change your eye color?
I do not know of what you talk about.
I see. Thank you. I'm sorry for waking you. You may go back to rest. And with that, Del very
puts a pillow over her head.
I'm gonna return you to nature now.
No more.
But Del turns on her heel and very calmly walks out of the room.
All right. So, Austral, what are you doing over there?
Working.
What's your plans?
Just working away. Making that money.
Go ahead and give me. Yeah, go ahead and give me a tool check. Your tools.
Boom. Oof.
This is, I mean, a 9. Damn. It takes you a little while, but I mean, for a 9, that's pretty common. So, I mean, it's just a basic. You've made just a basic glass bottle. That's the best way I can describe it. Nothing fancy. Just probably might get you 2 copper at best.
And then I'm going to, somewhere a couple hours in, I'm going to take a break. And I'm going to bring some vials and bottles to Fjord.
All right. So yeah, we can go ahead and get you to walk over to the house, get you all in one little place. Oh, you love to see it. So yeah, do you knock or you just walk right in?
I would knock.
Thank you.
This is a business trip.
At least someone has decency around here.
Bitch, this is my house.
I mean, damn. But yeah, so there is a knock at the door. And no one answers it. You're now just knocking at the door.
Okay, is it the front door or Fjord's room?
Front door.
I would hope so.
I'll answer it.
Just walks through the whole entire house and then just knocks on the door.
The only bitch I respect in here is Fjord.
Fuck
All right.
Val. Fuck Quinn.
So yeah, Dell opens the door, and before Dell is Osriel. Osriel.
Osriel, are you here to deliver more vials to Fjord?
Yep.
All right. Please, come in.
And I just walk past her. I know the way by now.
True, you would know the way by now.
I see.
And then at Fjord's door, I will knock again.
Thank you. Fjord will stop what they're doing and go over and answer it. Open it.
I have your order.
Oh, thank you. They'll reach into their vest pocket and start fishing around with their coins, even though they only have 5 gold coins because we're poor.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Right now.
Do we have 5 gold? I'm very sorry.
Yeah. Everyone would have 5 gold. It was a very good 3 months before this all happened. So yeah, you guys have some money.
That'll be 2 silver.
Pull out a gold piece.
Oh, I will say y'all have the ability to break it down. That's why everyone's like, I only got a gold coin. I don't know how to do that.
Just here.
You might have 1 gold coin and some silver pieces and coppers.
Okay, yeah. I'll hand him 2 silver pieces.
So, you going to the funeral?
They'll just shake their head.
Figured as much. Damn shame. And I'll just turn and start walking out.
And Fjord will shut the door.
God.
That was a successful transaction.
Efficiency.
Wow.
That's how we keep it around here.
Dell stops Osriel before he steps out of the house.
Oh, hey, Del.
Osriel, a quick question.
Yeah.
Are you attending the funeral today?
Yeah. I plan on it.
I understand.
She was a good girl. She made good drinks.
She did much more than that.
Okay. Out the door.
Goodbye.
God. You guys are so harsh. I mean, at least we have a good balance of 2 people who just seem not to like the whole entire community, and then the other 2 who just a little bit caring.
Okay.
So yeah.
2 assholes and 2 nuts.
Balance.
So yeah.
We need the balance.
Yeah. So yeah, the time will fly by, and I mean, if there's not anything else that's like pressing at the matter, we'll move on over to the funeral. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I'm good.
Okay, your peace. So most of the town folks have gathered here. You see a lot of familiar faces. The owner of the Stonehill Inn and his family are all in attendance. Little Carpy's here as well. To be honest, that's pretty much it. Those are all the people who could actually get away from their jobs without being, killed.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a very small event right now. And do you three? Well, I guess technically you can't come as a group. So I'm guessing Dell and Quinn come together, and then Ostrel comes alone.
Astral?
Ostrel, yes. I like long goes. Turns out.
Clearly. I wonder
Right,
if that's
so yeah.
indicative of anything else.
But yeah. So currently, there's a trying to remember what they're called. Not a bonfire. Oh my gosh.
A pyre?
A pyre, yes. I was close with a bonfire. Yeah, there's a pyre set out. Her body is currently wrapped. But it was definitely left on display before, so you would all know that Hogset's method of killing people's easiest way to say it is filleting. So peeling each layer of skin off, allowing it just a wee bit enough time to, kind of get its feeling back as he shaves off the next layer.
Ugh.
So her body was mutilated, and hence why she is extremely covered up. Since nobody wants to see that, especially with their 2 kids being in the crowd. Yeah. So well, we do have a priestess here, so the people kind of look to you, Del, for some guidance right now, because the other priestesses are they're currently not here. They set everything up to the best that they could, but the menacing force in this town has other things for them to do.
It is with a heavy heart that today we have to say goodbye to Elsa. She was a fantastic barmaid. The people loved her. She was kind, caring, would open her arms to anyone who would have her. She did quite a bit for the people around her. She was a very good soul. And she kind of chokes up, trying to hold back tears.
Right. I'll give someone an opportunity to hop in and help her out.
Yeah, Quinn's
Nope.
Not even
Oh, sure.
sure.
Floundering out here, you bitch.
I thought Quinn would be the one to step up, but let's see who steps up. Give me a dice real quick. Oh my god, please don't let it be one of the kids. Okay, it's not one of the kids. So Toblin will he'll step forward. He'll pat Dell on the back and kind of let her know that it's safe to move away, and he'll take over.
Dell moves away and she moves back to Quinn's side, tears starting to well up in her eyes.
Quinn will take your hand and squeeze it silently.
Hard. Elsa was a good lass. That she was. Brought in the coin, kept the customers happy, It's all that we could have asked for her. She will be missed, and the bar will not be as talkative as it used to be, but with time and prayers, we'll find a way through this. And just kind of like looks around the crowd to see, like, he's reading the scene real quick. So I guess my other two players, we got one person who's like almost in tears, pretty much crying. How are you two doing?
Quinn.
Quinn, how are you doing?
I thought that was.
But you were both going.
Quinn looks very freaked out. A little more than she thought she would be. She looks a little panicked, but not crying.
Okay.
Del gently squeezes Quinn's hand back in sort of a symbolic motion of that she's there for her.
Yeah.
And Azrael is sitting in the back smoking his pipe.
Oh my god.
Love.
Did not see that coming. So yeah, Toblin examines. He's seen enough. He knows that you guys don't get enough time to actually hold real funerals. At the end, it's a work day, and the people who run this town don't give y'all many breaks to sit here and cry. So as he looks around, he finishes up. He will grab one of the torches and take out a tinder box and light the torch on fire and just toss it in. I mean, there's not much you can do here. And then he'll return to the side of his child and wife.
And just watches his body burn.
So yeah, it's I'm not going to describe how a body catches on fire, but the body catches on fire, some smoke comes up,
Smells awful.
and real bad. And this kind of alerts the local guard of this town. Each of the beautiful guards of this town are equipped with a blue cape with a set of wings, black wings painted on the back. One of them approaches the group and he's just kind of watching what's going on. He's kind of like looking up at the sky, like he's gauging what time it is, looking back at y'all.
Do we know which member it is?
This appears just to be just a low-ranking member.
Not important.
Yeah, super not important.
NPC.
Azrael will turn and start walking back to the shop.
The Stonehill family will also partake. They'll leave. Gosh, trying to use a big word.
Taken leaving.
Yeah, they'll take their leave.
Del takes her hand away from Quinn, turns quickly on her heel, and begins to briskly walk back, wiping tears from her eyes.
Quinn stands there for probably 80 more seconds, just staring.
Oh, you're gonna hear a cough in the background.
I'll look.
You just notice it's one of the guards. He looks at this point looks kind of annoyed.
Okay. As soon as he does that, she'll scamper away.
Um, let's see where we're gonna go real quick. All right, my dice rolled real far. All right, Fjord, you have missed the funeral. Uh, don't worry, you weren't the only one. There's, this town does have about 70 people, 70-ish people in it, and a few showed up, but you don't know this. So, what's going on right now?
At this point, Fjord is probably finishing up their work, checking in on their dad just to make sure he's doing all right, and overexhaust himself or anything. And at this point, they'll probably I imagine that they take like a little daily walk around town. So I assume they would be doing that right now, or getting ready to.
All right. So as you get ready to head out, I'm assuming you open the door.
Yes.
The door's
No,
locked.
it's wave right through it.
It's teleport out like.
Before you, as you open the door, person was a young lady, an elf, high elf to be exact. You would know her. She has long, flowing blonde hair, the deepest silver eyes that you've probably ever seen on a person. She does come equipped with a blue cape that fits daintily on her body. She's probably stands in at 5'3", average weight, pretty thin to be honest. And you would know this as Ishtar the Wise, the left hand of the Blue Wings.
Fjord will just sort of like, you can tell like they go kind of stiff a little bit. They just sort of like bow their head to her. What time of day is it?
By now, let's see. So, if you typically wake up at 6, 4 hours, so 12. So it's around like noon. The sun is at mid peak.
Okay. They just sort of they nod their head. They're like afternoon.
Afternoon, Fjord.
Can I help you with anything?
Well, I know you and your father are having a hard time keeping up with the demands that we put out, and last month is, the third month that y'all have fallen short on making enough health potions for us. I mean, what can we do to help you? I don't want for you to lose your father like most people lose theirs at this rate.
Oof. I don't want to ask anything of you. I assure you that we'll get back on track soon enough. It is a lot for nearly one person to be doing all this work.
So, Fjord, do you need extra help? Is that the problem?
I don't need any help. I'll just
You'll just what, Fjord?
I'll just work longer days. It's fine.
I mean, you always have the option of your father going to the mines. I do not want that. I care for you and your family. And I would hate to have to let Hogset or Mimi know that you can't meet up with the supply and you're not helping the town out as much as you can.
I'm definitely doing what I can, but I don't want to ask any more of you when I'm not meeting supply.
Okay. Well, I'm just here to put in another request. Protecting this town from the orcs that could possibly attack us. It takes a lot out on my poor troops. So just a small portion, maybe 55 health potions by the end of the month.
I will certainly do my best.
Do you want me to lower it? Would that make it easier for you?
You seem annoyed. I don't.
Well,
If you need 55, then you need 55.
that would make my job so much easier.
Oh,
Well, that's all I really have to say to you, and tell your father I said hello. It was nice talking with him a few months ago. I hope he is doing well.
so I sort of like go back inside and start shutting the door. I guess I'm not taking the afternoon walk.
And then, yeah, she'll leave.
Okay, shut the door and then go back upstairs to work.
So, how many hours are you spending on attempting to create health potions?
I fucking need to sleep, but I would say probably the most amount of time I possibly can.
All right, so if it is noon, you could probably do about 7 hours. I mean, you would be pushing your body. I mean, most people don't work, 7 hours in an alchemist nonstop. At least not commoners like y'all. So yeah, what I will say is, so 7 hours. We'll say I need. Give me 7 alchemist checks. We're gonna say you've brewed these before. We'll make it a DC 15. If it is a DC 10, it'll be a very weak health potion, and anything above a 20 it'll count as 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh, well. So it looks like, okay, so yeah, I was gonna say anything below a 5 is definitely is a fail.
Okay.
For sure.
5 and under, or just below 5?
5 and under. So it looks like you have a pretty weak one. I mean, it's verging on. You'd probably feel. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, just intelligence.
Yeah, fun.
Oof.
No, you feel like this would pass.
Okay,
This
good.
is acceptable to hand over to
Great.
the left hand of this group. So, yeah,
Awesome.
so it looks like you got a few good ones. So let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, it looks like you got 9 health potions today.
Bold.
And your stock is pretty low now from this, and it is verging on nightfall.
Okay. Stock would be just going out and getting supply.
Yeah, it'd be a few either survival checks or nature checks.
How late is it right now?
It's about 7, going on 7:30.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like they would go out. Especially after that threat of, hey, we're gonna send your father to the mines.
I mean, it's all that she can do to protect you.
I know.
Such a fucking bitch.
How many did you say nature checks?
Yeah, it would be one. You would just do one flat nature check or survival check.
Okay, cool. Oof.
Yeah.
So-
The area you're looking in is, you've pretty much wiped out the safe areas of town and around the town. There's not that much more supplies you can gather from out here. You know that you might have to venture into some more dangerous portions if you wish to fulfill these requests. But with that, we're gonna fly on over to Osril and his little well, not really humble abode, since it's definitely a workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so you and Carl, our little middle-aged dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
are pretty much, yeah, his name's Carl, okay? That's my name for a dwarf.
Doug.
Carl.
God.
God, dude. So yeah, you two are currently at work. It would definitely, we were gonna time skip, of course, back to about, you would probably take about 30 minutes. So it's about 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just working away. So
You're just working away. Who is gonna pay you a visit? Okay. So about 30 minutes pass, and someone enters the building. It's a I don't know how to describe him. He's an ogre. Let's I was gonna say a humble ogre, but he does not look humble at all.
not humble.
He looks pretty fucking beefy, mean. Yeah, it's not pretty. You don't want to run into this dude. But you would know this guy as the right hand of Phandalin's Blue Wings, Hogset. The guy who's typically known for filleting people. Yeah, this brutish ogre enters the building.
I will drop what I'm doing and give him a bow. How can I help you?
The bows. I don't know how ogres sound, but I'm gonna make them best as I can. Damn, when you draw a blank. He doesn't have a normal voice right now. His voice will change.
That's it.
Yeah, he'll look at you real quick and be like, did you attend the fire today?
Had to make sure that we would have enough carbon to keep producing your glass. When you stop the fires, I can't do my job.
But it's quite funny to watch you and your small friend struggle.
We're only here to help you.
A young guy like you could make, a pretty good member of the team if, you would just join, you wouldn't have to work so hard anymore. You could, have a beer whenever you want.
I'm afraid lifting a sword is not my strong suit. As you've proven.
Yeah. So, Hogset he is an ogre. He stands proudly at 8'6". So he is a beast. If you had to guesstimate a weight, probably around like 480 pounds. He's very big, very scary. He wears tattered clothes, but his cape is just as beautiful as all the other capes in town, because he is a proud member of the Blue Wings, and he is accompanied today by 7 other members.
Oh shit!
Just basic members. So, I mean, you're not gonna give me any hassle. You know what I'm gonna do.
Of course.
Okay, well, we'll step aside. You guys put out the fires.
Go. Let's step aside.
Yeah. Let me roll something really quick for little old Carl. Oh, wow. Carl got an 18 on the die for feeling courageous. This is not the day to feel courageous.
Oh, Carl.
Carl, why?
Carl.
No!
All right, everyone, send it back.
Time for the next year.
I mean, this is a horrible time to film. I was like, here, I'll be nice. I'll roll with disadvantage.
Oh, still.
16. So he's tired of this shit. So Carl is a middle-aged dwarf. He has a full bushy beard. Full name is Carl Tornburn. Tornburn, my mistake. He employed Osriel after some times. While Carl typically does not get involved with the Blue Wings, I guess today's the day. Everyone has a breaking point, and he's a feisty. He is far from feisty. Yeah, so he'll step forward. You ain't gonna burn out me flames today. And some of the guards they stop real quick. They quickly glance over at Hogset. He gives a large laugh, and he walks over to Carl. The size difference is pretty noticeable. Carl stands in at roughly 4'2" compared to this 8-foot beast, so 2 of him. But he's Carl. Okay, with disadvantage, he got a 15. He's still holding his ground. He's standing in front of his little fire pit. Anything you want to do?
Stand down, Carl. We've been through this before. It'll be fine. That's it.
Damn. Let me... go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Oh. Yeah. Carl got a 12. Carl is really, he's on his shit today. He's had enough. Now look, you killed the poor innocent girl over at the bar. Now you're here to put out my flames and make it harder for me to do my work, which makes it harder for others to do their work. And then, of course, when the taxes come around, you'll threaten to break our fingers and make it even harder for us to work and send us to the fucking mines. No, I've had it. I've had it with you. Hawk said, he's gonna laugh real quick. He's gonna he'll make an attack swing real quick, which is with a fist. I'll even be nice and roll in front of you guys since this is a poor NPC. That is the wrong screen. So all right. I mean, they're commoners, so their AC it's 10. So that's a definite hit.
+8. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Please give us
and commoners have 4 HP. And if you know anything about D&D, if you have an 8 in strength, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure your basic punch is it's probably around 4. Yeah, we're gonna just go with it's a flat 4. He knocks him out cold.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You
And
hate
then
to
he'll-
see it.
Yeah, you hate to see just one punch and knocks him out. I mean, he is just unconscious right now. He will look over at you though.
I'm staying really still, but I'm holding the punty with the molten glass on it in my hand, and just... He knew better.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, he does not actually notice your supposed weapon, you could say. So he just turns his back to you. And the rest of the guys actually, what are they gonna do? Oh no. They are going to attack Carl
No!
while he's
Oh.
down.
God.
I will be nice. There is 7 of them. Here, I will ask you after. Each one is going to get 1 hit, and I will just roll 7d20s. Before I roll them, when would you stop them if you would? After how many hits? And these are just going to be flat rolls. Pretty much just luck rolls.
I would step in after the 3rd guy started.
Okay, so I will roll 3d20s. For everyone that is above 10, that is a hit, which is an automatic crit, which will give Carl 2 fails. And since you already said 3, you were hoping that only 1 person lands a hit.
Okay, well.
And only 1 person lands a hit.
Yes, you love to see it.
Alright, so yeah, how do you step in real quick?
I think that's enough. He's learned his lesson. He's not learning anything out cold. And I will, literally step in. Take a step in.
Oh, okay. Hogset will look at you real quick and be like, You're getting kind of brave there. I mean, for one who doesn't, want to lift a sword and all.
I need my boss to make your work happen. Without him, I can't do my job. Period. Glass blowing requires 2 people. You've tried to prove this before that it can be done with 1, and our work suffered.
It's Hogset. I'll roll in front of you. Go ahead and roll me a charisma check. He only gets a +2.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
it's almost.
Oh my god.
Just flat charisma, even though there's no
Yep.
way. Flat charisma.
At 20.
Roll. Nope.
He about to be fillet of fish.
God damn it.
All right,
Farewell.
Look your little. I would call you an elf, but you're not even that. I'll give you 2 options. First option, you get to come home with me and I get to show you my knives. Second option, we take Carl home and you get a promotion. It's up to you. No matter what, even if you do come home with me and get filleted, let's be honest, let's keep it real. We're gonna kill Carl.
Yeah, I would.
You know the rules.
I would step back.
That's a good boy. And then he will scoop Carl up and begin to walk away. And your flames were not put out. So you technically have saved.
Can't do shit. But
I don't. It's like, man, I don't know. Like, oh, it's not out.
Carl really just out here saying, you know what? Fuck it. Not this day.
And now
very inspired by Dell.
effectively dead.
So yeah, they're all gonna leave. What are you gonna do?
I'm literally going to like just smash a whole bunch of shit out of anger. Just like even just like full on like rage, even like the really like expensive glass that we've actually produced and stuff. Just gonna full on like just shatter the shit out of it.
Well, what about this exquisite masterpiece you just made with a nat 20? And we do use a card system, so anytime a player rolls a d20 and they get a 20, you get a good luck card, aka a good boy card. Or if you roll a nat 1, you get a bad luck card or a bad boy card. What my players don't know, which they're going to find out right now, this no longer stacks with attack rolls.
Oh.
So this will apply to your saving throws, your skill checks.
Okay, good to
So
know.
you're not getting double penalized if you roll a nat 1.
Okay.
Or double. But
Or
let's stay
yeah,
positive.
yeah. Don't fuck me over.
Yes, even that piece, even the like beautiful masterpiece that we just produced, smash it to shit.
Yeah, there it all goes.
What a king.
We stand, honestly.
So, well, with that being said, what do you do with the rest of your day? You do have a quota still to make, and you have destroyed a lot of your product.
Once it probably takes me a good like hour and a half to calm down and like start like breathing again. He's gonna try and figure out a way to rig up the shop so that he can produce glass on his own.
Okay. Sounds perfect. All right. What I need for you. So we're going to say it's probably about 2. How late are you going to work?
So normally we work till 7-ish.
So not a lot of time.
Yeah. I'll probably work until like 9.
All right. So give me 4 glass blowers. It's gonna be, you're just making plain old bottles, so 10 and up is good. 5 and below is shit. Wow.
Oh my god.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Love to see it.
just coming through. All right. Well, yeah, you successfully made 2. Well, I'll even be nice, since you got nat 20, you made 3 exquisite things that you will be able to give to the people. But it is now 8:20 Central Standard Time, and we are gonna take a 10-minute break. So we will see you all in about 10 minutes. Or 15. 10 minutes.
Okay. Be right back, guys.
Bye for now. Welcome back. Everyone had their good old bio breaks. I found out about that word today.
Of course. You found out about a new word and you just had to use it.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Hater Sky?
Oh shit, Alucard's not back.
Come back!
Oh.
It's Alucard. It's fine. It's fine that Alucard's gone because we are gonna resume with. Oh, Dell. Dell, you were headed back home, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah. Let's see. So oh yeah, you two are gonna run right into each other, literally almost. So yeah, as you were approaching the homestead, Fjord has just closed the door. Ishtar's turning around, and now she's in front of you.
Oh, Ishtar.
Oh, Dell, sweet little Dell. Set any fires today?
Not for 9 years, no.
Well,
Are you here to collect taxes or something?
I would never.
No, instead you just like to harass the good people of the town into doing your bidding.
No, Dell. That's
Just gonna fucking die.
that's a little rude to say. I was just checking on Fjord and his and their father. You know,
Are you sure you weren't making a threat?
I would never. They have supplied our troops with so much helpful things.
And they're a very necessary part of your operation, are they not?
Yeah, that's why I do my best to watch out for them when I personally come and make these requests. Instead of
Are
having
you sure
you
it's
know.
so that way you can't see their face after you've made your threat?
I feel like you're hinting at something that isn't there. I care for all of you. I don't want to see y'all go to the mines. By the way,
Idle
what do you
platitudes.
do? What do you do for the town?
I provide entertainment for the people so that way they can escape.
So that they can escape. Oh.
Fucking court jester up in here.
Right?
I get into fights.
Well, I guess the townsfolk do need entertainment, so that could be, a worthy job. Maybe.
It is, and it's very thankful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare.
Actually, you know what you can do? How about we take you to go see our captain? He's been a little depressed here lately, and someone like you, being an entertainer, maybe you can cheer him up. Doesn't that sound lovely?
I'm sure that it's a very lovely invitation, but I have to prepare, for you see the town is mourning the loss of our dear Elsa.
Oh, yes, that poor angel. Rest her soul.
Yes. She was a very good person. I'm
She
sure you're
was.
well aware.
I will make sure I'll stop by the inn and pay my respects to the family.
I
Well,
think it's best you don't.
Okay, never mind. I was not going to cast a spell on you, but now I am.
Fuck!
What did you expect?
I told you my mouth was gonna get me killed.
No. Good run.
No, I would never. No. So, Dell, what I need from you is going to be a saving throw. It is going to be... Give me 3 seconds to find the spell real quick, because I rolled really low and I was like, oh, you'll be fine. You're not going to fuck up. Little did I know. Little did I know.
Little.
All right, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I just use my wisdom stat for that, yeah?
It should say on the side, saving throws wisdom.
See on the left.
Underneath strength, dex, and con. Those are your saving throws.
Okay.
Dell's new here.
Hold on.
Cool.
That's this.
Yeah, that's really good, except for the fact that the DC is 15.
Oh.
Okay.
That wasn't bad, sis, okay? That wasn't bad.
Dell. Let me actually see. You know you aren't fighting, so you would not have advantage. You are currently charmed by Ishtar. She has cast a charm person on you. Sadly enough, you regard this creature as a friendly acquaintance. But you will know at the end of an hour that you were cast, that the spell was cast on you. And you won't do anything to harm her.
Is this sure?
Yeah. So, back to what we were saying. You know, I do care about the town. And, I mean, your opinion of me is that you also think that I care about the town, right?
Of course. You have your own way of showing that you care.
Oh, thank you. You know, I hate to have to resort to certain methods just to remind people that the Blue Wings have the best interest for everyone. I know Hogsett can be a little confusing, but he does what's best for the town.
A little confusing if nothing else.
Oh,
A little
Yeah.
outrageous at times.
I can agree with that. Well, make sure that, you know, you don't actually have any family members that she can threaten. Damn.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you're estranged from your parents, though, in a way.
They live at the inn.
No, her parents have their own house.
Oh,
She
no.
just distanced herself from them because she didn't want the shame from the fire to also be associated with them.
The shame and your big mouth. Yeah,
There we go.
Well, I would love to sit here and talk, but do, I mean, you'll know after the spell's over that you're on a spell, and it doesn't matter what I really say to you. But, do think about paying, Raten a visit. Someone like you could cheer him up.
Of course, I'll bring my best song for him.
Great. Well, bye for now.
Goodbye.
And then she walks away. And, yeah. You're still charmed for an hour. What are you doing at home, by the way?
Fucking bawling my eyes out because I just lost the one friend who helped me. Aside from Quinn.
Damn. Alright, how long are you gonna spend crying?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna spend a good 2 hours on that.
Alright, so halfway in, you realize that the spell has worn off.
And now I'm just pissed. Still crying. I'm furious.
You hate to see it. Oh my goodness gracious.
But we spend another hour crying and trying to calm down.
Okay.
Me without my meds.
Same.
That's 2 hours crying.
Yeah. So after the 2 hours pass, what's the plan for tonight?
Prepare the absolute most passive-aggressive song for the commander.
Oh no!
You are gonna go visit the commander? Wow.
I hadn't originally planned on it.
Okay.
But if they could really use someone to cheer them up, who am I to deny them that joy?
Fuck.
All right. So some time passes and it's time to pay a visit to the commander. You would know that their location is at. I'm flipping through all my notes. I really need an extra page. It is at the Wester Manor. Typically where the town masters would live, but the current town master is deceased. That's a good way to put it.
And I burned it.
Yeah, and the rest of the family is dead by burning. A lot of fires happen here. So yeah, are you gonna make your way to the manor?
Yup.
All right. How are you dressed, by the way?
Give me like a second. So bad at this. I'm just dressed in a very simple bard's garb.
Okay.
Bard's garb, but make it elegant.
Okay. All right. So as you follow the path up, it winds a little in the road. There are some guards stationed around. They nod at you. I mean, not all the guards here are assholes. There are some that are pretty assholey. But some of them they nod at you, let you walk by. As you approach the manor,
And I nod back very curtly and continue to walk briskly.
So nice. Yeah, as you approach the manor that has been rebuilt and looks very nice. I mean, it was rebuilt by the townsfolk, but oh well.
We did that shit for them.
One of the players did burn it down, so I mean, who really it was the townsfolk. But yes, two guards currently stand at the door.
By Ishtar to come and visit the commander. I hear that he's feeling a little depressed, and I thought that maybe I could cheer him up.
He is. This is very weird for you to come here, Del.
I'm aware, but it was at Ishtar's good advice.
Did she spell you?
Yes, but I figure I may as well see it through, lest something worse happen to me.
As you wish, ma'am. As you wish. And then he will push open the door, and I'll allow you access to the manor.
I step into the manor and immediately seek out the commander's room.
Damn. So yeah, the
We're
manor.
not wasting any time. I have a bar to go entertain tonight, bitch.
Yes, the manor has actually quite nice beautiful flooring. While the local lumber guy was alive, he definitely decked this place out. Beautiful paintings. The glass is like top quality. Brought to you by Carl. Oh, well, I guess no longer Carl's place of business. There's typically in this place there used to be red drapes that hang down. They are now blue, and they're embroidered with the symbol of the two wings in black. Luckily enough, you know where Rotten's chambers are. It would of course be the master bedroom. Wow. Not like she's been here before, but I mean, come on now. Wasn't insinuating anything.
Mhm.
Mm.
I knock on the door like an aggressive housekeeper 5 minutes after checkout.
Oh, door opens. Before you is Ishtar with her long flowing blonde hair. Oh, what? You actually came?
Just though I had no choice.
She for a moment pauses. You feel like she's about to say something, but she bites her tongue and she opens the door more. Just come in, then.
I step into the room, smile curtly at the captain. Hello, Commander.
Yes, before you is a black dragonborn. He typically does not talk a lot. He never really leaves the manor unless it's, for a good reason, aka the town's underneath attack. That's pretty much the only reason. He has attended a few funerals before. But yes, this is Rotten the Breaker. Before he speaks, Ishtar will step out of the door. Well, yeah, step out of the doorway and exit the room. Say, have a fun time, I guess. As she closes the door behind her. Rotten looks to you and just simply nods his head. He's not quite sure why you're here because he was not told.
Have it on good faith that you're feeling a little depressed. Is that true?
Cannot believe you're asking a person. Aye. The death of the young girl has weighed on me.
Understandable. Would it help if I performed a song?
Sure, that would be quite nice of you. All right, go ahead and tell me what type of song you're gonna sing, and then roll me a performance check.
I sing Start Dash Love Live.
No clue what that is, but
Pretty much just a battle cry saying, "Oh, we're not done here yet."
Okay.
And performance, you said?
yes, performance.
Oh, damn.
I mean, wow.
I know.
Wow. They'll out here flipping tricks left and right now. So as you sing, you do see that a smile begins to appear on his face. He starts nodding his head along with the song. He really does like the song. I mean, overall, even though, it's not what you think would have been sang, but he's thoroughly enjoying it. So, what are you doing after your beautiful song?
I hope that my song was able to bring just a little bit of joy to your day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go console the people staying at the Stonehill Inn.
Well, thank you, Dal. And the offer always does stand. Our troops could use a person like you who can boost their morale.
Thank you, but no thank you.
All right. I do not force people, even though a blue cape would look pretty amazing on you.
I believe I have made my stance clear, Commander. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Turns around, opens the door, and walks out.
As you walk out, Ishtar is sitting in a chair, maybe about 30 feet from the door. She just gives you a polite smile, and then she stands up and walks towards the room.
Dell gives her a very curt nod and continues on her way out.
All right. When you get about 5 feet to the doors do open, and the guards nod at you as I'm assuming you leave.
Yes. I nod back,
Alright.
thank them for the impromptu visit, and very quickly make my way towards the Stonehill Inn.
All right. And then we will whoosh over to little old Quinn. Where is Quinn going
So
at 12:30 in the afternoon now?
yes. You're right, God. Yeah, I think she doesn't want to go home. Because then she'd have to think about her mom, and yikes, we're not with that. So she's gonna head to work at the Stonehill Inn and get ready for a long shift. I mean, I have to take over Elsa's shifts too now.
Yeah, you have to work extra hard now. All right, so I mean, typically you would arrive because you only waited about 80 seconds. So, you and the Stonehill family kind of get there around the same time. I don't know if that's their last name, but it is now.
It is their office.
It's Clubhouse. It's canon.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty much they're starting to little old I forgot his name.
Pip?
Pip, yes. Little Pip is running around pulling down the chairs, trying to help out his pops real quick. The best that he can.
What a good kid.
He's a good boy. I love him.
Very good boy.
He's gonna be this.
Toblin's wife, who I have not named yet. Let's name her Alice.
Okay.
She has an official name now.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, Alice, she's the new cook that you can pretty much say. So she heads to the kitchens, starts up the stoves, and prepares for a long night. And Toblin spots you coming in. He's like, "Hey there, Quinn."
Hello. Well, that wasn't very fun.
He gives you a polite smile, a pat on the shoulder. I know you grieve different from everyone else.
She just smiled at him awkwardly.
Yeah. Well, let's get to work before the people start showing up and we don't have anything to do but stand around and stare at them.
Alrighty.
All right. So a few moments pass. The door opens and in walks a popular woman. Popular's infamous. There we go. That's the correct word I'm looking for. An infamous woman. She is not the nicest person. Everyone would know this as Mimi Ravenfang. She acquired the Phandalin Minor Exchange through a shady deal, pretty much. The previous owner was caught ties to the Zentarium. She was definitely promptly executed because that's a big no-no. You don't go around other factioning up the town.
Another faction.
Yeah, don't be over here trying to recruit inside the Phandalin town.
This our turf.
Yes. And most people know that Mimi has no problem whatsoever, which makes her a very good person to be in charge of the mines, putting children and the elderly to work.
Good.
Yeah, so she walks in. Oh, looks like you're finally open. I only have been waiting, 7 hours it feels like.
Hello, Mimi. So sorry for the wait. Gotta put on my customer service smile.
So,
Like,
why did y'all open so late?
we all had errands to do outside of the.
You had errands. That's so sad. I mean, I'm over here starving, and you guys had errands to do. By the way, how's your mom?
My mom's doing great. Thanks for asking. Working hard.
Working hard? How come I haven't seen her at all around town?
Well, she works, how my kind of functioning as a second in. You could almost say she kind of works for the people. So Fjord and Dell and Ravnus can focus on their work really well. All those health potions. Fjord doesn't have time to clean up. That's what my mom does. And cook their own meals.
So she's a servant.
Yes. My mother is a servant to the very important people up town.
Well, anyways, I just need a table. I need something to eat because didn't have breakfast and it's already lunchtime.
Why didn't you why did you wait out? Why didn't you just go eat at the manor? Not questioning you or anything, but just
it sounds like you're questioning me.
Well, it hurts my heart to see someone go hungry. But yeah, let me get you a table.
You know what hurts my heart? You really want to know what hurts my fucking heart? Seeing a freeloader like your mother. Oh yeah, but you can show me to the table now.
Gwen has a smile on her face and her hands are shaking. Okay. And she picks out the best table for her. I hate it here.
Okay, you're not the only one who had to do something they were forced to do.
What can I get you started on for drinks?
What? I'm feeling pretty polite today. What would you suggest?
Let me think. As I just I can have shit in.
Yeah, as you think, Mimi is a voluptuous woman, a human. She stands in at 5'2", pretty average height. She actually has bright, and I mean bright pink hair. Like, she definitely wants people to notice her as she's walking around.
She's one of those people.
Yeah.
Of course. Look at me. Oh my god, stop looking at me. Why are you looking at me?
Yeah. Her hair falls about mid-back. She had to trim it. It did fall much lower, but, it cannot cover the symbol of the Phandalin blue wings. So yeah, currently it's about mid-back. Her symbol is a little bit lower than most of the other people's, because she is currently just an agent of the blue wings. So her ranking is... she's a little bit less than mid-tier.
Well,
Fucking.
it literally is
What?
a Karen.
But everyone would know that she is very, very close to Hogsett.
Of course.
Trash loves to be around. I, for you, I recommend some mead. It's got a sweet palate.
Oh, it's because I'm so sweet. Wow. Can I earn yourself a tip today?
Thank you.
You're welcome. But like as I said, I'm hungry, not thirsty.
Oh, well, I can bring out a drink faster than your food can come out, but yeah, what would you like to eat?
I was hoping when I asked you to, give me some advice, you would have said something to food since I said I was hungry, but clearly I am expecting way too much from you.
I'm sorry, it's been a rough day, but...
Oh my gosh, what happened?
It's like, this bitch definitely knows that we just had a fucking funeral for my best fucking friend, you whore! Just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I guess.
Next time, wake up on the right side.
Will do. We
so
have
happy.
a lot of boiled mutton.
Sounds disgusting.
Okay, we have braised partridge, too.
What would you eat if you could afford it?
I mean, I can afford to eat here.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You probably get like a worker's discount. It's okay. So yeah, what do you normally eat?
I like.
I guess your tongue because you can't talk.
Cause it's like, haha, you're so funny.
Thanks.
I like lamb on special occasions. For a normal time, I just.
What would you suggest for like a funeral?
This. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't think funerals have a menu.
Okay, well, just since you said that, I wasn't really listening. It's okay.
Right away.
Okay.
Would you like a glass of mead or?
No shit.
Coming up, right away.
Okay.
Walk to the back to Alice to give her the order, and make sure to tell it it's for Mimi.
Alice,
Mimi looks like she would really like some spit in that, by the way.
Alice nods to you and gives you a quaint smile, and you know. Go ahead and give me a
I do not see it.
perception check, though, real quick.
A deception check?
Yes. As
The
you
one thing I'm
turn back around. Wait, no, perception. My bad, not deception.
Oh, perception. Oh, good. Maybe this will be better.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
You hate to see it.
So yeah, you currently don't see anything, as you're like looking around.
Great. All normal here.
Okay.
Gonna grab her mead and bring it out to her tankard.
As you bring her tanker close, you do now see that she's having a little conversation with little Pip.
I got some meat for you. Pip, you're bothering the customers. You should get to the back, buddy.
Oh, but me and Pip were having such a lovely conversation about how he could help his father.
What? Around the inn? You
How
mean?
would he help him around the inn?
Well, we're down a waitress, and I was gonna talk to.
You're down a
Tolan.
waitress?
Yes, because, as you know, Elsa passed away.
Who?
No, Elsa, born in this town, raised here, worked here for a long time. Met her many times.
Oh, the ugly girl. Oh yeah, I remember.
I don't think she was ugly. She was very pretty. But,
Was she more prettier than yourself?
yeah, yes.
What about me? Was she more prettier than me?
Well, my dad used to tell me beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, it's really...
Isn't your dad dead as well?
Yes, my dad is dead. What?
You don't see a trend. People around you always dying.
Quinn's mouth just falls open like... Are you saying it's my fault that they're dead?
No, why would I say that? I'm just saying it's just an odd coincidence. Ooh, hopefully your mother doesn't fall next.
Quinn, takes a deep breath and puts a smile back on her face. Yes, I will continue praying for good health and fortune.
You'll feel Pip grab your hand real quick and give you a little squeeze. He's there for you.
Yeah, I'll squeeze it back in and say, I'm actually going to start training Pip to be a waiter. He's old enough now to contribute meaningfully, and if Pip had been here earlier, you wouldn't have had your breakfast, So you can start training him for you all, the truth.
I guess you have a point there. Wasn't the point that I was looking for, but I do get hungry in the morning, and I would like for me able to get food in the morning, so I guess, little guy, the mines aren't for you yet.
What? I mean, we have plenty of workers in the mine, and the children die so quickly. It's not.
But the children can get the iron quicker. It's those tight holes. They're so much smaller and easier to work with. Unless you have a problem with that.
No,
Do you have a problem with that?
No, of course.
Because, not only do children work pretty well to fit through those holes, I'm pretty sure the elderly do too. And your mom's kind of old, isn't she? Pretty sure she's not doing the best health-wise.
What? Who said that?
There's a little rumor going around town.
Well, from who? I'm usually the rumor mill.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't kiss and tell. But,
My mom's doing fine.
Well, I'll definitely pay her a visit then tomorrow. If that's alright with you.
Well, she's pretty busy.
Taking care of, what, 4 people?
And well, she might have to travel out of town to get some, well, like, rest, get supplies for Ford. So she might not be available tomorrow.
Well, last I checked, anyone who comes in and out of this town needs to let the guard know. And I mean, most of the guards tell me everything, and I haven't heard anyone scheduling to leave.
Well, we can schedule.
Unless you're trying to, sneak her out.
No. I would never. No. Can I schedule it right now?
Do I look like a fucking guard?
No.
I mean, well, go find one of them then. Okay.
Your lambs will be out shortly.
Okay.
Come on, Pip.
Well,
Miss me alone.
Pip follows.
As soon as we're out of earshot of Mimi, I'm gonna bend down on Fjord. Yeah, Pip's.
You're get on the ground.
You're gonna get on the ground and just look down at Fjord.
I'm gonna get down at Pip's level and say, Pip, you shouldn't. Out of all the siblings for you to talk to, Mimi is not one. You need to stay hidden if she's here. She loves to put kids in the mind. Most of my childhood friends put in the minds and around her. Okay?
Yeah, she wasn't asking if I wanted to go to the mines.
What was she asking?
How I felt that my friend's going to the mines.
F.
Why would... Well, we have to...
You can see tears welling up in his eyes.
Oh, no! Quinn will hug him close. I'm sorry, but we can only control what we can. Not much.
God, Quinn's so, systematical.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
Don't fall prey to emotion, child. You'll end up an empty husk.
He kind of he straightens up a little. He tries to put on a brave face, but you can tell he's fighting back the tears.
Quinn nods approvingly, like, yeah, this is the start. Good job. Well, why don't you? What time is it? It's still like midday, right?
For y'all, yeah, it's about noon now. I mean, not noon. 1.
I'll say, why don't you run and tell Carp's mother that maybe she should start training Carp for a job that isn't the mines, and hope me to stay.
Right. Yeah. Carp will he'll nod his head, and then as he runs off, you can see the tears are now coming through.
Shaking my head. Just kidding.
You hate to see a child trying to process emotion.
Yeah, I do. No.
Yeah, so Alice shouts that the food's ready. The special sauce has been added.
I'll take it out to Mimi. Well, it's still warm, Sure, she'll find something.
Whole ass Karen.
Can I say your manager? Can I call your manager? I'm gonna put his son in the mine.
As she looks it over, she's examining it pretty good. Luckily, her investigation is not the best. She does have a +0, and she got a 5. So yeah, she doesn't see anything really wrong with this. As she's like moving the meat around, and yeah, she begins to eat the meat, the lamb. And, she's enjoying it.
Quinn smiles a big, genuine smile as she watches her eat it. Is everything to your liking?
Actually, I feel like this is probably the best food I've had. I mean, I guess Elsa was just that horrible of a person that it just brought down the food's quality.
Her jaw drops again. It's not.
Okay, you can leave now.
Oh. She'll turn on her heels and walk away. Just. I try not to think about it.
Damn.
I do not hear it.
We do not hear it. We do not acknowledge Mimi's existence.
Go ahead and give me 4 cooking utensils checks, because you'll have to help out in the kitchen sometime. It's a pretty busy night tonight. And correction, there's actually only 57 people in this town, not 70 something. Before I said earlier.
Ooh. It's like, oh, we big. Yikes. Not.
I mean, it's food for common.
Oh my god! Oh,
Our
no.
first not woman.
Oh
Yay.
no.
I get a bad boy card.
Bad
Man,
boy.
Quinn's having a great day, huh?
Too.
It just happened to happen to you. Damn.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Do I turn this into you right now? Do you want me to put it in?
No,
my...
I can read it. It's the yeah, I can read it. I haven't even read losses yet.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we do a luck point system. I've decided that at the beginning of the breaks and at the end of the episode, I'll let them know how many points they acquired due to just playing their characters, the way their characters should be played. So everyone got 8 luck points that they can add to their things.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yay. Y'all can and so luck points are pretty much you can add them to the overall score of the number. Each luck point counts for 1 extra number up. So a 10, if you add 8, would make it an 18. So you can't change like the stats from a nat 1 to, and you can't change something to a nat 20. So yeah.
I would like to spend 3 luck points to make 8 higher.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother with that one. That's just it.
So yeah, overall, yeah, you have a good night, even though you have a nat 1. Yeah. No one's food is really nasty. It's pretty amazing. And even though there was a funeral in the morning and most people did miss it because, they can't afford to not miss it or they'll be joining the fire. Yeah. So everyone's satisfied. And by this time it's about 7, so everyone's jobs are pretty much ending. Well, besides poor old Osral, who's working till 9 o'clock tonight.
Osral.
So Osral, yes. I even thought I said it right at the time. So yeah, Dell is headed towards the Stonehill Inn. Fjord is coming back from scouting out Fjord's currently going to it at 7 o'clock. So yeah, I guess this is Dell and Quinn session real quick.
So Dell can go
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Dell very quickly walks into the Stonehill Inn. She sees Quinn.
Mimi's
and...
gone, right?
Yeah, Mimi's definitely gone.
I was about to say, I swear on God, if that Mimi bitch is there, it's on. No one's help this dumb bitch. No, but she sees Quinn and very quickly motions for her to come over when she has a moment.
As soon as I have a moment, I will rush over there because I was also needing to go.
Alright, so yeah, you guys have a few moments where y'all can chit-chat.
Del, I need your help.
Is it?
Mimi came in here, threatened Pip, saying she was going to send his friends to mine. And she also said that she hates freeloaders, so she's to make sure she's in.
Don't you worry. I can persuade her.
Hold up.
I'd love to see this.
Del, I don't think you're the most popular with the Blue Wings. I don't think that's a good idea. But I mean,
somehow.
Well, yes, I have a bit of a plan. I mean, you're a bard, right? You guys are good at dressing up.
Yes.
I mean, I can in complete appearance. But I feel like you should dress up like my mom. Or, I mean, we could dress you up like me, but then you'd have to like paint your skin white. I mean, or we could just say that I'm looking like for the day. I don't think that.
I don't think that plan would work as well as you want it to.
Well, she hasn't seen my mom in a while, and my mom can change appearance, so who's to say that my mom doesn't look different now? But a little less like you, if we can figure that out.
Unfortunately, I don't think that we would be able to figure that one out very quickly.
You can change your clothes. Gosh, I wish you were a changeling. It's so much easier.
Well, I'm sorry that I was born to an elf and a human. We can't all be so fortunate.
You're right.
I'm sorry, I just finished performing for the commander.
Why? Oh. Why?
Charmed me. And therefore I felt I had no choice.
Oh. Did it go okay? I've never really seen Commander. I mean, I've seen him, but
Not well enough. He seemed to be happy.
why did Ishtar want you to perform for Commander?
Seemed depressed, according to her.
Oh, poor thing.
But back to the matter at hand. How are we going to protect your mother from Mimi?
Well, I also told Mimi that my mom might leave to go collect herbs, but my mom is not in a condition to go anywhere. I don't think she would even get past the guards looking normal. Especially
What if I were to accompany her?
You could try. You would have to keep her silent and also awake and walking. I don't.
This is a hard task.
I don't.
A hard task that requires a lot of checks.
I mean, it's not like I can't. It's not like you can make. You can't carry her. I mean, that would be bad.
I may not be able to carry her, but I think that I could help her stand, and I think that I could help her walk.
I'm just scared that Mimi will be overseeing and then
It's all right. I'll just say that I'm assisting her. Would you like me to find a guard and get us registered to leave town?
Yes. Oh, well, yes, still do that. Maybe we should combine plan. I can look exactly like her. But, back when she was better. And then, my mom can stay at the house and we'll just lock the door and then that she's out.
Tell Fjord about this.
Yes, you're right. Fjord will be able to help with the roots. Like, we got to make sure that Fjord doesn't let Mimi in the house.
Exactly.
So after tonight, you go tell the guards, and then tonight we'll tell Fjord, and everything will be okay.
Very well. I'll go tell the guards, and then I'll be back for my performance.
Thank you so much, Del.
Of course.
All right.
With that, Del stands up very calmly, makes her way to the door to find a guard.
Okay. Let's jump over to Fjord real quick. It is about it's about 8. It's pretty dark outside. Where's Fjord headed?
I definitely feel like Fjord has like a need to get the supplies that they need, even though it is dark and that they would have to go into dangerous new lands. I feel like they would go and at least try to explore a little bit. Oh wait, they don't have dark vision. Oh well, no, they're on their way back home, bitch. They can't fucking
they're like planning. They're like, wait, I can't fucking see.
Yeah, that bitch can't see in the dark, so they're on their way back home.
I'll be right back. Oh god.
So you're on your way back home. We'll go ahead and time skip because I was gonna have you and Del run into each other. So we will jump to Osriel.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, I got it this time.
So after making the couple of successful and not so successful vials, he is going to start collecting some of the glass shards in a little bag.
Okay.
Interesting. And then after he has like a good pile of them, he's going to start walking towards the Stone Hill Inn.
Beautiful. Kind of
Glass
all together. Pretty hard to wrangle it all in. So, yeah, you would arrive at the Stonehill Inn. They're definitely still open and still going strong. Most people don't leave the mines until about 8 p.m. So they probably start work around like 6 and they're done by 8. Children, old people, just include that. No breaks.
We live in a world.
We live in a society.
Yeah, you are currently at the Stonehill Inn.
I'm gonna go up to the bar and I'm gonna be. I need a drink now.
Alright, Quinn, you are currently at the bar.
Well, hello, Osriel. Not very polite to just do that. Hello, good day,
Not a good day.
Standard. Well, yeah. Stares into distance.
Stares in camera like she's on The Office.
Oh, you came along?
Yeah. He's... Let's just say I'm self-employed now.
No.
Can I have that drink now?
Yeah. Coming right up. Get you the strongest thing we have.
Thanks.
Very awkward.
Yay!
It's
to
just
see
a straight
it.
up fucking glass of vodka.
Here's the whole bottle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start chugging.
All right. Go ahead and just give me a quick Constitution save.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
I'm an
wow,
experienced drinker.
Yeah, you were
You know, where was that save when I
Alcohol and
fucking
alcoholic.
needed it?
All right, so yeah, you two are drinking. Let's jump back over to our other two. All right, so Del, you're going to go fetch. You're going to go speak to the guards. Fjord, you're coming back from being outside, and your paths just seem to intertwine.
Oh, Fjord, there you are. What fortunate timing. I have something I need to ask of you.
What is it?
Oh. Tomorrow, Quinn and I are going to step out. It is going to look like our mother when she was doing better. We're going to lock the door. If any of the blue wings come, do not open that door.
Fjord does the. I have to do it. I don't want any part of your shenanigans.
Fjord, please, I'm begging you. Excuse me. Fjord, please, I'm begging you. Quinn's mother's life is on the line right now. Mimi went to the Stonehill Inn to eat food, and she said that she doesn't like freeloaders, and that she feels that Quinn's mother is a freeloader, and threatened to send her to the mines.
Life is on the line too, and I will look after him before anyone else.
We can look after the both of them together. Please.
I won't have any part of it. And they'll try like and walk past Del.
Del stands in their way and holds firm, looking up at him with all of the strength that she can muster right now. Fjord, I am not moving from this spot. Quinn's mother's life is on the line, and I am aware that the situation with your father is dire as well. There is no reason that we cannot help each other during these times.
I need to watch for myself first. My dad, I don't want any part of this. I really don't. Because if I get caught, then my dad is sent to the mines or executed as well. I
So
have
you're
a job.
saying that you would rather let Quinn's mother die in place of anyone else?
Did you not see how she looked in bed today?
I saw that she loves that woman, and you will not take that away from her. Am I clear, Fjord?
She's gonna like look away and then go and walk past Del again.
Del stands in their way yet again.
Unstoppable force of immovable object.
Do we have an understanding, Fjord? If you help us, we will help you.
I don't.
We will also help you protect your father. If you can help us protect Quinn's mother.
I don't want your help.
If you can't rely on other people when you need them the most, then you are going to fall flat on your face. And who will be there for you then?
I'd rather fall flat on my face than rely on anyone else who will harm me and who will harm my family.
We mean no harm, and we only seek to help and understand. Why is this so difficult for you to process?
Because other people mean harm. Everyone means harm.
No one means harm inherently.
Hogshead? Me?
Listen here.
Dale's like, those are people who trash.
On the level, people mean no harm. Quinn and I mean the least amount of harm to you. We only seek to help, and we only seek to understand your situation better.
I don't want your help. I don't want your understanding. Just leave me and my father alone.
We refuse.
And I refuse to help you.
We need your help, and I am not moving until I have your agreement.
And I'm not moving either. They'll step back and they'll just be like,
Had to do it too.
Dell takes a step forward and gets right up in their personal space.
so like, they kind of like stiffen. They were very uncomfortable with that.
Listen, Fjord. Quinn and I have lost a dear friend today, and we had to watch her body burn. I am not going to let Quinn lose her mother. Either you help me, or so help me, I will make you regret not helping us.
Being in the same house as you.
Burn
They were roommates.
And they were roommates. I was like, oh my god, they were roommates.
Now, do we have an understanding?
No.
God, I love both of them.
It's just like...
I will push past Dell and just go straight towards the house.
Dell grabs their arm and forces them to turn back.
Grapple?
Yeah.
Yeah, I normally, yeah, in this case, I will have to ask for an athletics check from Dell and either athletics or acrobatics from Fjord.
Cool.
Yeah. Like, I typically, if my DM styling, I don't allow, like, people to, I mean, there's a certain extent where I can be like, you can do a persuasion check to try to persuade them. But when it goes, you know, it's their character's lifeline, no matter, oh yeah, you're caught. And Dell has like grip on your damn arm.
They look like real fucking tense now.
When I told you that I was not willing to budge on this, I meant it. We are asking desperately for your help and cooperation. If Mimi shows up at that door, it is curtains for both your father and Quinn's mother. Are you certain you want that to happen?
Please.
I will. I am going to ask. I know I said I wouldn't.
Like 3 seconds.
Yeah, but the way Dell has phrased the sentence, I am going to need.
Persuasion?
either persuasion or intimidation, because you are technically holding them, so it's kind of aggressive. And I just need a wisdom save from
Very attacked right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm out here to get herbs, feeling very attacked right now.
If you would have just gone with the plan, this could have been over.
Oof.
It hurts.
Bro. That is wow.
It hurts.
Okay, so
Bad boy card.
yeah, you can go ahead and pick a bad boy card. Please don't be the one I think it is.
So,
I can barely read it. Something on that. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you already. All right. So the way that I'll phrase this. Fjord, while Dell is giving this passionate, aggressive, it's not really passionate, this aggressive speech, and they're holding on to you. You do get the feeling that if Wix is captured and sent to the mines, that possibly your father could also be in danger. Just because, in a nutshell, it's, let's be real, both of the parents are aging, they're elderly, and she might accidentally see your dad. To my knowledge, Mimi doesn't have that much interaction with your family. She doesn't really request anything. So it's not that she knows of your dad. During the conversation, she didn't bring up your dad once. She only really knows of Quinn's mom because she goes to the inn pretty much daily. And Elsa was also a little gossiping Nancy. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna phrase it. It's just because you got a nat 1 on your save does not mean that you're obligated to follow through. This is just the insight that I can give you that you might feel that your dad could be in danger if she does get taken away.
Fjord very stiffly just sort of like, fine.
Thank you, and I apologize for being so aggressive. But Quinn has lost someone very dear to her a few days ago. I don't want her to lose her mother as well.
I don't care. Just please let me go. I won't open the door.
All right. And with that, she releases Fjord from her grasp. The fucking death grip.
Around. Oh my God.
And Fjord will just like very quickly and stiffly shuffle back to the house.
Okay.
And with that, Dell just runs off to find a guard.
Okay. So Dell, go ahead and give me a perception check. With advantage, the guards are typically at the ends of the whatever you want to call it. I can't think, like where the gates would be if this town had gates.
Perception.
I'm just trying to see who you're gonna run into. An 18. I'll go ahead and roll again. Let's see if you can get in that 20.
Okay. Perception. Wait, was that the right one? Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
18.
18 is pretty good. So as you're running around, luckily enough, you do run into a guard. We'll pull out an old good name. His name's Jeffrey. No, Joffrey. What was it, Joffrey?
Oh,
It
no.
was Joffrey.
Yeah, Joffrey. Little old Joffrey. He's pretty much a low-ranking guard, typically stuck to like the overnight shifts. And he's one of the nicer guards who actually cares.
Good evening, Joffrey. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
I do have a request to make.
Yes, how can I help you?
I would like to leave the town tomorrow with Quinn's mother, Wix, so that way I can assist her with looking for supplies for Fjord, so that way they can continue their work.
Does Hogsett know about this?
Unfortunately, no. This was a very last-minute decision. You have my apologies.
All right, Del. For you, I'll get your name on the list for tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Joffrey.
All right. The best of luck to the two of you.
Thank you. And have a wonderful night.
You as well.
And with that, she turns on her heels and very briskly makes her way back to the Stonehill Inn.
All right. So our little group is semi together. This time it's Fjord who's not with us.
Always.
Well, considering how it just scared the ever-loving shit out of them, I don't blame them.
I think annoyed is.
Yeah.
No, they're a little scared right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Zell can be very scary when her mind is set to something.
All right. So it's pretty late at night. Is Austral still drinking?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Roll me another Constitution save real quick.
Oof.
Oh, it's been about an hour. Yeah, you are. You're drunk. You're shit faced almost. Not blackout, but yeah, you're fucked.
Been like this.
Love, I want to see drunk Austral.
Same. So I just walk right up to the counter. Is it safe to assume that most of the place is cleared out?
By now, yeah, it's pretty late. Most people know that they have work in the morning, so they're
All
piecing
right.
out.
In that case, I just walk right up to the bar. I look at Quinn with a big smile on my face. Quinn, I have some excellent news.
Oh, really?
Yes, our plan for tomorrow is able to follow through.
I knew Fjord would help. They're so nice.
It took a little bit of strong-arming.
Why? Fjord is like my best friend. Well,
Fjord was not the most willing to help,
huh?
but I got them to see it eventually.
Fjord's really tall.
That's right, Osriel. Fjord
He
is
is
very
very
tall.
tall.
But I like their style.
Osriel, why don't you tell us what happened? Pretty sad, but I do want to know.
You know, Pigman came.
Okay. So dangerous term, but okay.
He tried to shut our fires off again. I don't get why they keep doing that. It's so fucking stupid. We can't do shit for them if they don't. It's counterproductive. Anyways, I guess he just finally had enough. He stepped up. And he got beat for it. Can I have another?
I'm gonna make the bartender's decision to cut you off.
The bartenders.
My powers as a bartender grant me the permission to cut you off.
Ugh. Fuck.
I mean, I don't want to drag you home again. That was so.
I'm not that heavy.
What else happened?
Well, what always happens? They took him to skin him like they do to everyone else.
Well, maybe put him in the mines once.
No. It was either me or him. I was too
hard.
much of a coward to...
Oswald, I'm sure that you did all that you could.
No, I didn't!
Okay. Well, you're not a coward. It's not. You can't just die. I mean, it's not like, okay, even if you did try to help, they would just punish both of you for you thinking you should help.
I'm gonna pull out one of the, shitty vials that I made. This is what my work is gonna be. It's terrible!
Oh.
How? I'm gonna be dead anyways.
Oswald, I need you to listen to me. We have suffered great losses today. And yes, they are hard, and these are many hardships. But this is nothing that we cannot overcome if we stick together.
Do you know how many years you've been saying that?
I'm well aware.
When do you think it's actually going to
How
come
many
true?
years has it been true?
None.
Well, the town
It's all about
Green
it.
Storm from the fires. That's getting better.
Yeah, and who started those? Looks over
Well,
at Dom.
Well, they'll do all of the fires.
And they were not done with malicious intent.
Sure.
By the time I had to close the church, I was exhausted.
It was a long time ago, and you were young. Not a big.
Ugh. This place is just the worst.
Hey, this is our home. It might. This is our home.
This is our home, and regardless of whether or not you like it, we still live here.
Should have followed my parents out. They were the smart ones.
Were they? How much debt did they accumulate that you tried to pay off for them?
They're not nice. They stole from you.
They
didn't leave you any cool shit.
I think I'm gonna go home, and I'm just gonna fall off the bar. So...
Oh my fucking god. Azrael! Oh.
I attempt to pick him up and help him out the door, at the very least.
Del, could you walk him home? I don't want him running into Hogshead or something and calling him a pig man and getting murdered.
I will absolutely help him, and I'll keep him quiet too.
All right. Feel better, Azrael. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Quinn. Thanks.
Don't get too drunk tomorrow, Oswald.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said don't get too drunk.
You're no fun.
I may not be any fun to you, but know that I'm correct. And if you were to try and go home alone right now and you were to run into Hogshead, what would you do?
I'd fight him.
Oh my god.
Exactly, and where would that land you?
In a In a fighting ring?
It would land you dead.
Oh.
Oh.
Instinctively leaping back at the wretch.
As you're walking to Osrel's house, you are going to notice a young male human named y'all would definitely know him. His name is Thistle. He has been one of those very supportive people towards the Blue Wings takeover. Yeah, let's call it a takeover. It was a takeover. Yeah.
Rip.
So yeah, he's just walking by. So he is about 5'8", medium build. He's got brown hair, brown eyes, pretty just average. He does wear a blue cape, but his does not have the symbol of the blue wings on. I mean the black wings on it.
Good evening, Thistle.
Hey Dell and Ostrel.
How are you?
Doing mighty fine. I just came from the Sleeping Giant.
Oh?
Yeah, had a few drinks there. Had some fun.
Glad to hear it.
What are you two doing?
I'm taking Oswald home. It would appear that he's had just a little too much to drink.
Okay, well, have fun. If you need anything, come to Thistle's Provisions.
I'll make sure to do that. Have a nice night, Thistle.
You too now.
Fucking
And
traitor.
And she very much, as briskly as she can, makes her way past him.
I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, you're good. He got a six on the die. He did not hear the little whisper. Thankfully. But yes, you guys end up making it to Ostrel's house. Let's jump over to Fjord real quick. Wow, Fjord, you just got strong-armed into this idea, this plan. What's going on?
Yeah, so they're back in their room with their dad, and they're like sitting on the floor, just like sort of like kind of fuming, but I also imagine they're not really capable of getting that mad.
Okay.
I feel like a bit of a wave of like fear and also frustration is like sweeping over them right now. But not like they're definitely not the person to like act aggressively on that. They're definitely like trying to mull it over with themselves.
Okay. Your dad is currently laying in his bed. He is asleep. But he does have a every 2 minutes to 3 minutes he has a strange cough.
Okay. As soon as it like becomes apparent, in the sense that like it keeps happening, Fjord will go over and check on him.
All right. Give me a medicine check real quick. It'll just be a flat medicine check.
Cool.
I will say DC 15. Okay, I can work with a 2.
Thanks. Just hoping you
It's a cough.
As you touch your father, he is burning to the touch.
Shit.
Yeah. You don't know what it is. You're definitely not trained in this for. I mean, it's obvious. He has a persistent cough. He's currently unconscious, as even when you touched him, he did not awaken. And he's extremely hot to the touch.
Okay. I will try and take that, I wouldn't say really shitty, but that not so good potion of healing I made, one of the 6.
Okay.
And try and like slip it down.
All right. Just give me just roll a d20 real quick.
Sorry, just changing that number from 6 to 5.
Oh.
Hey.
Wow, a nat 20. I mean, at least you get a good boy card.
Oh, I get a good boy card. Yay!
Yeah. It is a d20 roll. So this is so yeah, you manage to actually like pour the liquid down his throat. Everything makes it in perfectly. Within minutes, his fever breaks. The cough is coming like every 5 minutes now. You can tell something's still the matter, but it's not as alarming now. And that's where we'll end the session.
Awesome.
It was pretty much just
very
bullying everyone.
Very upbeat episode, y'all.
Yeah.
God, don't you guys feel so inspired and like, man, everything's gonna be a-okay?
I mean,
That's great. It's
Wow.
fantastic.
Cal bullied Fjord into helping. She bullied Osriel.
Yeah.
She tried to bully Ishtar. Like,
But yeah.
Stell is nice, but she's also a bully.
yeah, that's definitely a bully. All right, so we'll start next week at the same time, 7 p.m.
CST.
Central Time.
Yep.
I keep forgetting what the letters are.
CST, everyone. CST.
Yeah, CST. Yeah, but thank you all for coming out, and we cannot wait to see what type of shenanigans are going to go down next week.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye.